Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be doing a speed build. I'm doing a speed build for Claire Siobhan's WWF campaign. If you follow Claire Siobhan, I'm sure you're aware of this situation. So she basically has a shell challenge for basically trying to help raise money and funds for the WWF, and so I decided that I was going to participate and build upon her shell. And as you all know, I've said it tons and tons and tons and tons of times before, I am not much of a builder, but at least this time I didn't have to worry about making the shell. I mean, I still had to worry about like a whole floor plan situation, but as you can see right now, I'm just doing the outside, which, I mean, at the start of it, I was like, oh, it's not so bad, but then I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. The yard situation, at least the outer pond situation, it basically stays the same. I don't really do too much after I already like did it, because as you can see, I did cut some of this out because it was just so long. It took me a really long time, and I was just really indecisive with some of the bits and pieces to it. But I put a lot of time and effort into the landscaping. And I'm not much of a landscaper when it comes to The Sims. I'm not much of a builder when it comes to The Sims. But I did put a lot of time and energy in doing it, and I also was like cutting out bits of the actual like outside landscape too, which after I did that, I really regretted that because it looked way too bare because it is like a 50 by 50 lot. And I tried to like paint the whole ground and everything, and as soon as I did it, I was like, oh gosh, this looks terrible. But anyways, I cut out the bit of me trying to figure out the layout, because it's not that big of a house, but I did start the kitchen and everything, and I did use a CC fridge at the beginning because I just thought the fridge looked really good with it. But I was worried if on the very off small chance that Claire would tour it, she might not have that fridge, and that's like a functional part. I would rather have just like CC decor, because then at least like it won't be completely non-functional. So I eventually changed the fridge situation. I don't remember what fridge I used for it, but I did change the fridge situation. As you can see already, I'm kind of going with my no color theme that I do with a lot of my houses. I try to add a little bit of color with the chairs in the little dining area, and I just use mismatched chairs. Ooh. And I try to like put on a lot of decor bits and pieces just to make it look a little bit more homey and everything. Because I like that in builds. I like when it looks homey. I was really disappointed that there were no matching cabinets for it, so I was like really struggling with that. And here's a long pause. I don't know what I was doing. I tried to cut out all of the long pauses, but you know, I was probably getting food or something. But as you can see, I just changed the fridge there, and to combat the non-cabinets, I just used shelves. And eventually the shelf on the side I take down because I forgot to put windows when I was first building, and I also forgot to put a back door, which you'll see later that I had to like adjust for that. And it's so frustrating for me sometimes to place objects because I have to like move all of the cabinets and stuff because it will automatically want to like connect with the cabinets. And I tried to put some of the like leave things on the fridge, but it just was not cooperating, and so I gave up eventually. But I wanted it to, since it's supposed to be like an eco paradise, I wanted to put as much like plant life in it as possible and make it look fairly natural and neutral. Another reason why I was kind of sticking more towards like a neutral like kitchen and like neutral things in the house anyways, and neutral colors. Even though that's naturally what I enjoy good neutral color with just like a pops of color here and there. But I thought that that would be good to stick with that nonetheless. By the way, guys, I don't plan on editing this, so if I say something crazy or if there's like a long pause, I'm probably not gonna edit it out. So yeah, it's just probably gonna be like that. But I'm just continuing to add a little bit of decor. I was essentially, I was going to do like a little bit of like a fall theme. That's why there's pumpkins right there on that one shelf. But then I was like, no, it's not gonna happen. We're not doing fall theme. And so as you can see, like I did use some, like I said, some CC decor, just like a few plants here and there. But I tried to make sure it wouldn't look like completely bare if those didn't show up. So I still try to like fill it with other things. And I really like the Nifty Knitting like little like hanging plant things. So I used a few of those in my build as well. And I was wanting to add like a little bit of color with the stools and everything, but I just couldn't find any stools that really went well with it. And another thing I struggled with was just like the floor and the like walls and everything, because I wanted it to look really good. I just wanted to incorporate that window, but it didn't work out. And this is when I finally realized I didn't put windows at all. And so as you can see, now the shelves are on a window, and I didn't realize that until later. And as you can see too, with the whole layout, I kind of have that room, which is the bedroom, connected to the plant. And then I later realized, well, that's the bedroom, and they can see directly into the bedroom, so you have zero privacy. So I fixed that later. But I wasn't sure if I could like mess with that wall any, but I think it's okay because I saw like Claire did it in her video, so I figured just making that wall a full wall instead of a half wall would be fine. And I found this, I never saw that in the game ever before, but I was like, I'm definitely using this. And so I do use like CC cushions in that, so you might not have that, but I just think it's really cool because I tried using other things but I couldn't find anything else. So, but I really like the CC cushions, so I just used those. And I really like that so much. And I was really like confused on how I wanted to have the living room, that's what they're called, laid out. And I wanted to try and put more color in it, but it just wasn't like happening for me. I'm just like, I don't like any of the colors, because I think since I used like pretty neutral colors on the walls and on the floors and everything, I just wasn't feeling like the pops of color for like the couches or anything like that. I was gonna try really hard to add some swatches, different color swatches, but it just wasn't happening. So it's a pretty neutral colored home in general. But I wanted to put like a lot of like, you know, like eco-friendly kind of activities, and I figured they would probably be pretty creative people too that may live in the house. So I tried to put as many like creative things in there. I really struggled with putting these like little plant wall art things on here, but I made it work. I made it work. And I was gonna kind of, because I know like the puffed things are supposed to be seats, which is so stupid to me, but I tried to like put a plant on there, but it just wasn't gonna work, to try and make it seem more like a table. I really like the lights, those lights that I put in the living room, but I ended up changing those because I later realized that it was just too bright, and a part of the things that she's kind of critiquing the builds on is how much like light and stuff that they use and everything. So I took that out very quickly, but I just try to put as much greenery, like I said, into the build as I possibly could. And I really struggled with this part too, because like I couldn't see exactly where the tree was, but I wanted it to be like the plants to be noticeable, so I was trying to pick like plants that were bigger but not too big, or like taller but not too big, and everything it was distracting. But I wanted to add more color and not just have it green, and it didn't really work out completely the way I planned, but I think it looks still pretty decent. And I just wanted to add like a bunch of like clutter pieces, and so I struggled a little bit with those candles. But obviously you didn't really see that. And I wasn't sure exactly what to do as far as the bedroom, because I wanted it to seem like very minimalistic, but you know, I wanted it to still have a few things. And I used the tiny living, one of the tiny living beds, Murphy beds, and it like allowed for a lot of room, but then at the same time, like I said, I still wanted the build to be fairly functional if someone did want to download it and use it. So I didn't want to like put a bunch of stuff like right in that area, so like it wasn't actually usable, or there would be some sort of conflict with it. So I tried to make sure I didn't put anything that would be in the way of the Murphy bed. And for the bathroom, honestly, I feel like the bathroom is like one of my favorite rooms. I really, really like the bathroom. I used a lot of the eco bits and pieces for the bathroom. I love a good like cut off shower situation, and so I did that. And I originally was gonna put windows in it, but then it uses like taller walls, so it just wasn't looking right, and I didn't want to have the windows all the way down because then that would be kind of like a privacy issue. Just, I mean, not that there should be anyone in the bathroom with you when you're showering, but like I just didn't think it looked right, so I just used those little panel things, and then I just added a bunch of decor pieces in the bathroom. Like I said, I really like the bathroom a lot. It's definitely one of my favorites. And I added laundry. So that is a concept in the game. I never really use laundry when I'm actually like playing because I just feel like it's a nuisance. But I did add it here just because I wanted to use like the clothesline and like the hand washing things. So I feel like that was really, really eco. And then I added there's 2 balconies on each side of the build, and so I added little bits and pieces there. I used the one that was closer to the bedroom as kind of like a chill hangout area with the little plants and stuff. And I also, I think, eventually add a candle making station as like a little activity for them to do. And then on this side, because of the windows, I really couldn't add too much, so I just added like some chairs, and I think I added the little wall, the wall plant thingy, whatever that's called. And then most of my build is me redoing and redoing and redoing the landscaping, because I just couldn't figure it out. Like I just couldn't figure out how to make it good, because like that is just not my strong suit. And then I ended up deleting every single plant, which I regretted like almost immediately. I did want to incorporate that somehow, but like I couldn't shrink it down. It wouldn't let me shrink it anymore, and I wanted it to hang off of the balcony pieces, but it just wasn't happening. And then I found the little lily pads and stuff. I didn't know that that was in the game at all, and so I was like, oh, those are in the game. And so I started putting them all over the little pond area, and then I realized that I did not have a back door. And so eventually you'll see me completely redoing, well, not completely redoing, but like adjusting the kitchen area, because obviously you can't have a cabinet or a counter disrupting the door. And I also had to move the shelves. I really like those little things. I don't know what they're called, but like they're with eco lifestyle living, whatever it's called. But I really think they look really cool. And as you can see, like there's just so much land, because like I said, it's a 50 by 50 lot, and I tried, and it just wasn't matching like the outer bits and pieces, so I tried to match it by like putting in like dirt spots and everything, like in random spots, but it just still wasn't looking right because I couldn't find the like same color of dirt. I like tried every swatch of dirt, but I could not find it, and so I was just getting really frustrated and everything. And there was, in the original build, there was a little hedge fence, and so I put that back in to kind of just close it off a little bit of like the activities that they would do, and then like fill the outside bit with furniture, or not furniture, trees. And I wanted to just have it look like, you know, it was eco-friendly, but like still like, you know, people could still enjoy themselves. So I put a little camp-in kind of area, like a little, like, what is it called, campfire situation. I was gonna put a table, but then I was like, no, we have wood here, so let's put like an actual campfire. And that thing is like a little warmer thing. I've never seen that before, but I was like, hey, why not? And then I put some of the eco like energy things, so I put some solar panels and some wind turbines in there, so like the few things that do use electricity, we can do it eco-friendly. And then I put some of the water thingies there, and I put a little easel in the front there, just so they can have things. And I figured it would be like a young couple there, so I figured put like 2 sets of like the meditation and yoga things, and I thought that was really cool. It's going so fast that I'm trying to keep up. I did put a well there, but I eventually moved that because I found some CC that I liked. That was like a little well kind of thing, but not like as big. So I moved that eventually. And then I just start adding more windows, because like I said, I forgot to do that when I was building in the very beginning. And then this is my attempt to try and recreate and have it match with the rest of the world. So I just used a bunch of the outdoor retreat like flowers and trees and stuff, and I was gonna put those logs there, but then I was like, cutting down logs and trees is not eco-friendly, so let's not put that there. And then I just tried my best to like just add a bunch of trees, but then it looked like really bad, so I tried my best. I tried my bestest, but it's still, to me, I think I should have not deleted the original stuff. And I just like keep on going back and forth with stuff. But I actually had to do this in 2 sessions. So this is actually the 2nd session of me building this home. And finally I realized all I had to do was erase what I did, and it took me that long to realize that that's all I had to do. So I tried to very carefully erase things because I didn't want to erase my little path, because that took me a hot minute to do. So I just try and like very cautiously erase like the little other bits and pieces that I have. And so it looked a lot better, but then it looked a little too dirtish, so I tried to add a little bit more green to it so it wasn't like overly like dirtness and everything. And then I added a little bit more to the pond, like inside of the water. And then I'm just adding more green stuff to the ground. And then I put a little pathway out there just in case, like, you know, they want to go on like a little hike or something, you know, through their backyard. And the video is almost over. I think it should be, maybe not, because I think I just spent a lot of time trying to make it like balanced. I didn't want too much dirt, and I didn't want too much greenery. I wanted it to look like, you know, natural. And I think I just do a few more bits and pieces. I just add a few more decor pieces and stuff to it. Yes, I added a little chalkboard because I thought that was really cute. I changed the chalkboard like 10 times before I finally landed on one that I like. And then I went back and forth just to fill up some of the empty walls. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. But then I added some of the little flower thingies, so to that, and then I just added a few more little bits and pieces just to make it a little more eco. I tried to put a little fountain in there, but it just didn't look right to me, and that's the little replacement well thingy that I put in there. And then for some reason I decided to add another one of those things into the washing thing. And then I realized last minute that I did not put a coffee table in the living room, so I add one of those things in there when I'm doing that, and then I put a little like floral detail on it. I couldn't decide on what coffee table to put on there, but I eventually decide, and I just add, like I said, some like little floral-y bits and pieces on there. You gotta have a broom, you know, gotta clean. Since I have laundry stuff in there, I decided to put a little laundry basket into the room. I thought that was like a nice little detail, little touch to it to make it look realistic, and I think it's about over. I already said that, but I guess I was wrong, and now I'm saying it again. Oh yes, I added a little tent because I figured like maybe they could do like outdoor like yard camp outs, you know, because you know some people do that sometimes. And then like I added a little bit more CC decor bits, and then I finally realized that the shelves were interrupting the window. So I try and move some of the stuff over, and I put some of the stuff on top of the fridge, and then just try and squeeze some of the other stuff on to the other shelf, and I just added another shelf to it. But it's going crazy. It's going super fast, and I was just checking on the lighting here because that, like I said, that's something that you're graded on, or not graded on, but critiqued on. And so I realized that my little dining area was super bright, so I adjusted that a little bit, and I just put some of these little plant things. It took me forever to figure that out, and then I changed this to little candles, and it looks so much better. And so that, I believe, should be the end of the video. I just try and clean up my little pathway a little bit, and just do a little bit more touches here and there, and that's it. Okay, so now we're finally going to the tour portion of the video. It's a little dreary. I try to change the weather to sunny But this is as far as it got, so we'll just go up this path and go straight into this lovely, lovely home that I took the time to build. Very slowly though. Yeah, we're slow as snails here, but we will go. So as we go in, you can see that I did not paint the inside completely. I missed that a little bit there, but you know, it's okay. But as you come in, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. But as you come in, if you look to your right, yes, it should be your right. I clearly don't know my right from the left. We have this lovely sitting area with a lovely, nice, we're gonna pretend this does not use too much electricity at least, area. And then we also have this lovely area where you can sit and enjoy the nature out in this window. And then over on the left, as you enter, we have a nice lovely bookcase situation going on. And if you have any musical talent, you can also play the guitar or violin. We also have just some lovely decor. And if you go into this room right here, you would enter into this lovely, lovely bedroom, which it looks very, very crazy with it being at this angle. So I'm gonna change this angle really quick. Okay, so now we have a better angle. It looks less funky. Okay, so this is the bedroom. We have a nice, lovely Murphy bed that you can use. Again, I apologize. My mouse is acting a little funky right now. But this is just a simple little bedroom, and you can go out onto this balcony through this door, and you can either do a little planting if you like, you can do a little candle making, you can also do a little sitting and chatting here if you'd like. And then if you go back into the main area here, you have another balcony area, which we can go ahead and see if you'd like. And again, you can once again just sit out and chit-chat away if you'd like. And you can also do more planting over here. And then back on through, you can go into the kitchen. And it's just like a nice, lovely, simple kitchen. Good luck finding a spot to actually cook and prep your dinner or whatever on there. We have a nice little seating area for you to eat. You can add a little menu for your guests, you know, tell them what to expect as far as their meal. You can give them a nice little drink if you'd like. You could do some cleaning as well. You know, there's lots of little cleaning. And we have like a little piece, a centerpiece of greenery right there as well. And then into the bathroom, maybe. We have a nice little bathtub situation and a nice little toilet with some candles, so you know, it will never smell too bad in there. I was about to say, oh my gosh, my sink disappeared, but it didn't. My sink is right here. And then you can have like a nice little robe when you get out of the bath or the shower. Here's the shower. Let's see if we can get a better angle here of the shower. Maybe, yes. You know, don't mind the tree plant thing coming out of the shower. Just ignore that. But we're gonna come back into the main hallway and we're gonna go out this lovely, lovely back door and see this lovely backyard. Oh, look at it. Look at the loveliness. You can do some meditation and yoga. You can swing on the swing set or climb on the jungle gym. You can do some more planting. You have a scarecrow. You can keep some bugs and stuff to help pollinate your plants. And then you can take your plants, if you planted some flowers that is, over here and you can do some what is it called? Flower arranging. And then also over here you can wash your clothes in a eco-friendly manner without using electricity. And then you can also have a nice little campfire here. Sustainably cutting the plants and trees. You know, if you cut one tree, you plant another, or only use trees that had fallen naturally rather than, you know, cutting down trees, period. And you can also have a little, what is it called? A water balloon fight. And then if you go through one of the many gates through the garden, we're not gonna do that because it's just taking forever going through here. We're just gonna turn around and we have a little bird working table station, and then we have some things for our water. And then if we go on the other side, very, very slowly, I'm probably gonna cut this out. Okay, finally! On the other side, we have two little eco-friendly refurbished bikes that look so, so nice and so cute. And we also have solar panels! So you can have enough electricity to power this lovely, lovely eco getaway retreat. And then we'll just go back to the beginning of the front of the house. You can see the nice lovely pond situation here with all of the plants and all of the wildlife. And then you have some more wind turbines in the front. And this is our little eco build. This is our eco paradise retreat situation. So there you have it. There's the tour. And that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this speed build. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, you can give this video a thumbs up. You can comment down below, and you can also subscribe to my channel. Thanks again, guys. Bye.